I know, you should have. I can hear you in the hallway.
Oh, that Lion King thing. I was on my binder. I'm like, oh.
Nicholas.
I'm sorry. I'll be good.
You got us confused, okay? That ain't gonna work if you're here.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
Can I get some water?
Not right now.
No.
All right, I printed. Excuse me, close your mouth. I printed grade report. The last thing that I have in was for April 22nd.
Are we watching movies in here too?
Wait a minute.
She was talking.
Am I not talking?
Disrespect.
Boy, it's in my imagination and that words coming out of my mouth.
It's not your imagination, it's something you are talking.
You know, I've been teaching the 7th grade, middle school so long that, I could just be losing it. But I could have sworn words were coming out my mouth.
They were.
People are using big commodities.
Okay. What I was we were gonna watch a movie, but one more interruption, and we're gonna be working.
You guys?
Can't have unstructured time. Can't do unstructured time. You need something to keep you busy, keep you in line. No problem. I got you. I understand. Matthew, this is grade report. I think the last thing I have here is I3-3. Cooper.
That's me.
Preston. Tristan.
I'll take that.
This is wrong one. Oh man, give me that one back. Give me that one back. Yeah, that's the wrong one. Because it has.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to change it. Give me the grade reports back because there was a grade in here wrong, and I thought I changed it, but evidently I didn't. Who else did I get one to? Preston?
And me.
Preston, okay, I got Preston. All right, so there was a quiz in here that I have labeled as a homework, which makes the grades complete. Have a seat right now. I have to give it to you tomorrow. No, because I'm not gonna give it out. It's my kindergarten school. We don't have helpers. I thought I changed it. All right. I'm going to go here and find something for you to do since you can't be,
We can.
Wait, one more time. I'll be quiet the rest of the 5 minutes.
I've been doing
Bro,
this,
I was about to say.
I told you. And tomorrow is Thursday and the next day is Friday.
You just
We're
did
gonna
all
do the entire
that.
thing over again.
Just send the people out that.
I agree. Yeah, Nicholas, that's you. Yeah, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, punish those people.
Cause it's not everybody. Why would you punish the good kids?
Don't watch him Miss Bowman method. He said that. That was Preston Brewer.
I know, and that's why I'm sitting here trying to figure out why would you even be
The
about good kids.
I do agree with that.
As if you thought you was gonna be in that.
I can be.
You could. I had seen it all year, but.
I mean, like, okay.
But you're not. What movie?
What's the stuff talking? I know what room is. Can I ask you?
Yes.
What movie would we be watching?
It's a cartoon called Cyber Chase. It's about surveying and the best way to get information from people, which is probability. So it actually is a concept that we have actually looked at before. Good review for math. I'm trying to get back into this grading thing because I could have sworn I changed that grade to quiz, but it's still showing up as a homework grade. So we're going to change the results.
No, because nobody did the worksheet.
you don't do it, take that as a grade.
We did finish the worksheet from yesterday.
Yes, it is. Oh, I thought you want him.
We get those papers. That was a good idea. Thank you for reminding me.
What page?
Oh, you weren't here yesterday, so you didn't have. That's a good idea. Cause you weren't here yesterday. See, I almost forgot about that.
Famous Bowman House or David?
Oh, it's so good. How about yours, Jada?
Famous Bowman House, how are you doing today?
Did you think I was like, we're not gonna talk about my
My
I
name
don't
is
have a
You
first
can be
period,
in class.
and I don't have a third period. I have 4 periods.
That's too easy.
Yeah.
I already got punched in the face.
And my kids are all day.
Going, please, no.
No, she just said it.
Is it too late now to say sorry?
Oh my god.
I love that stuff.
Oh, thank you for the apology, but we can still do our work.
Oh man.
You know what? Can we do it?
If it's something
Once
else,
I get finished going over what I need, then yeah, I'll put them down.
What?
That's why you're practice.
We got
I
to
mean,
This is easy. This is easy, Miss Bowman. No.
Alright. So what I just gave you is a part of that assignment that is online, that is due no later than Friday. It was due the day after our assignment, but I opened it back up. Since we seem to be having problems with that, I thought the best thing for us to do is look at how they need to be solved. And remind you, and this is going to be a lot longer because you don't have calculators. I don't have calculators because
can I use my
you can use your calculator on the phone now.
Okay.
Oh.
I need that.
pencil?
We had, like I told you, when testing came, I had to give up the calculators so that we could ensure that everyone in the school had calculators.
Who's 2157?
Make sure your calculator only. I didn't say Chromebook calculator.
She did not say Chromebook.
They asked me could they use their cell phone. And I said yes. Oh, you said Chromebook? Oh, I was thinking cell phone.
Rusty, you gonna ruin it for everybody.
Like
I was going about to go.
Do it again.
Answer that.
If you don't have your phone, let's see. I should have an extra one calculator here. Where's my pink? I have 2 pink ones.
me,
The blood broke you.
I might have another one the same. Here, Kyle.
Here's my
And Jada.
wait, it's
I'm
somebody.
sorry, I'm sorry.
Oh my God.
If he can have that one.
Let me see if I can.
Do it, Bob.
Quiet down, please. You still talking? Can't give somebody else. Don't think I have any more. Wait, we can have our phone though?
Calculator use.
For calculators.
I want a calculator for money, not for anything else.
Talk to somebody. I know I'm giving
We might have to share with someone. Mackenzie. Mackenzie. Can you go next door to Mrs. Brum's room and see if she has a scientific calculator I can borrow? If not, we'll have to go to Miss Brawl and see if she has any of my others.
me and you have to share.
One light.
That's true. Kenzie, let's see if she has it. See if she has it.
See, it has it. See if she has it.
No. Yeah, turn off the first one. There you go.
Oh, that hurt.
She got one.
My pre-algebra class, honestly, I didn't have to say one word to them the entire time.
And they didn't get work.
They didn't get work, and they were here almost for the entire time. I told them that they could, everybody's gonna play a movie. I didn't hear one peep out of them. But I'm telling you, and you think that we are here. Guess what, Maurice and everybody else, y'all. I ain't tell you how to do nothing. I don't understand what you text. You know you ain't writing nothing on that paper. No, no. You know you doing nothing on that paper. No.
She said, you know you're not doing anything on the paper.
Okay, what's your answer then?
Still watching.
Busty.
What's
For
your answer?
number one is 322.
Nobody asked you.
Thank
I
you.
ain't asked you.
Oh my court. Oh my
I'm
God.
talking to Maurice.
322.
I knew you weren't doing your. See, this is what I'm saying. It's just work ethics, and like I said, fourth period was here because you know your fourth period was the longest class there was. I didn't have to say one thing to them. I told them, listen, you can take out your device and put this movie on. If I have to talk to you, then I'm gonna get work for you. I had to talk to one person, but you guys think in here evidently that you all are the cutest things and the most funniest things that I have ever seen in my entire life.
No, that's just it.
Okay?
Hey, you need to watch it.
You need to go and do something.
Don't make me put you out. Don't make me put you out. Number one, I have two children of my own. Just in case you don't realize, I have a 24-year-old daughter, a grown person, yes. I have a 9-year-old son, so I got one of each. Okay? I've been doing this for 17 years. So I just see the cutest, well, my kids, of course, cutest, but I just see the cutest, most entertaining children there is. There is nothing you can do that I hadn't seen. I know y'all are different breeds, okay? But that was a choice you made. Because you got to be the class come out. You got to be entertaining. Everybody need to look at you. Okay, so you all that they are entertaining, they just got y'all work. Okay? Because it could have been, y'all just came in, use your Chromebook, watch a movie, let me finish what I need to do. But no. I don't even understand what you need to talk to me about, Maurice. Were you one of the ones that shoe fit? Evidently, you know, when you throw a stone, the one that it hits the person is the one that hollers is the one that it hits. You understand that? You ever heard that? It's a southern saying. If I throw a rock, the one that hollers is the one that I hit. So if I said something and it affected you, evidently I was talking about.
It's like jumping off a bridge.
Evidently, if you yell out. I know you're from New Jersey and it's a different saying, but it's a have you all heard that?
I heard it different.
Yeah, just today.
You heard it differently? Yeah.
Yeah, when you
It
jump
says-
off a bridge, jump off.
No, that's a different
It's
concept.
completely. I heard that.
It's a different concept. No, if I throw a rock, the person that it hits will holler. So if I said something and it resonated with you, then yeah, I guess I was talking about. All right, so number one, we talked about surface area. Surface area is the sum of all sides. A rectangular prism is broken into 6 different surfaces, okay? There is a top and a bottom. Nicholas, you about to get on my nerves with that trash can back and forth. Okay? The the bottom is the closest one, so I'm gonna put this one as the bottom. I can see that work, and you just the paper I gave to you so that you could do what I'm doing. You need to use paper and pencil. I don't care if it's on a computer. You still need paper and pencil to get this work done. Same thing with the test that is on Friday. I don't care if they give you a calculator. I don't And then it has a front. The front is a little longer, a lot longer, and a lot wide. Well, not a lot wide. It should be about the same width. Okay? And then there is a matching one on the back. I know digits teaches a different way. I've told you, and I might be biased, but this should say no. I think my way is easier because everyone knows how to find or should know how to find the area of a rectangle, but all of that lateral area stuff, that is very confusing if you're looking at digits. So then there is a front, and there is a matching identical piece, which is the back. Okay? The front of this, yes, come on. What's the measurement for the front? Not 314. I guess we're looking at it from a different perspective. The one I'm talking about is the 7 by 14. But we could be looking at it, you're looking at the side as the front. I'm looking at the 7 by 14 as the front. And then I'm looking at the other one, but it doesn't matter which order. You just got to remember that they're different. The side, I'm looking at as the small one as the side. So I have the left side and I have a right side. This is something I did with you when we first talked about this. I know that there are 6 pieces because it can't be left floating in the air. Okay, everything has to be closed up. So this side is 3 by 14. And this one is identical one, so this is 3 by 14. So then, because this is just a rectangle, you have to find the area of each one of these pieces. Well, 7 times 3 is 21. No, I just want to give it to you. Okay. See, Preston, that was a non-stop question. We didn't have to. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry the 2. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2 is 98. 98 in this one. And in this one, 4 times 3 is 12. 42. Carry the 1 is 42. And this one is 42. So now the surface area, no, I don't need you to answer it. Your paper. Surface area is the sum of all of these surfaces. 21 plus 21 plus 98 plus 98. I don't know. Write on your paper. Plus 42 plus 42. What don't you understand? Explain to me what don't you understand. Do you understand that I just took this picture for number 1 and broke it into pieces? The bottom and the top. The bottom of this, if you look at the measurements, is 7 by 3. There's an identical matching one on the top. So I made 2. I made one for the bottom and the top. Then I have a front piece that's measuring 7 by 14. So I did an identical matching piece, which is 7 by 14. Then there's a side. Okay, the side is 3 by 14, and this is 3 by 14. Now, you do realize that this is 7th grade, okay? Some of this, I have to assume that you already know, okay? You got to kind of jump in there, all right? 7 times 14. 7 times 4 is 28. Carry 2. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 2 is 9. You still lost? Now, what you still lost about how I got to 98? What are you lost about now? Which one are you lost about? You gotta tell me what you lost about. I can't read mine. Okay. Do you see this picture? I'm basing off this picture here. You see that it gives me a length of 7, a width of 3, and a height of 14. Okay? All right, so this is supposed to be a 3D image. I don't have one out, like a box. I don't have anything out right now. I'm not going to pull it out because we're testing. So, here's a good one. This is a box. A rectangular prism. This. Okay? This is what they're showing you. Top, bottom, front, back, side, side. Do you notice that each one of the top and the bottom is a different measurement? then this and this, see this top and this bottom has to be the same size, right? So that's why I put two of these, okay? You see this piece right here? It's a little bigger. Well, it's a matching one here. Don't worry about this tissue, so that's why it's okay? And then it has a side piece right here. And then there's another one there. See, this is flat paper, so it can't show you all the sides, okay? So when it says it's a rectangular prism, this is what you got to picture in your head. You got it now? You see what I'm doing now? Okay. So they can't show it to you on paper. So I know that the width, the height, the width, the length, the width, and the height are certain things. And I have to, in my head, imagine a rectangular prism, which is something like this. So I said, okay, well, this side and this side is going to match, so I'm going to put two of them. This and this is going to match, so I put two of those. And both, they have sides that match. You with me? Hiya. Nope. Not right now. Okay? So the surface area, then, rectangular prism, the way to find the area of rectangular prism is length times width. That's why I put those numbers, and all I did was multiply the numbers. 7 times 3, 21, 7 times 14, 98, and 14 times 3 is 42. So to find the answer, which I'm not giving, you add up all the surfaces, because that's what surface area is. Okay? Now, next one, number 2, is a rectangular prism. And this one is a tad bit different. Thank you. Triangular prism. Triangular prisms are different because you have two different types. The first one they've given me is a right triangular prism. Now, here is the problem that I'm seeing that people are having with the right rectangular prism. The length and width, or base and height, is made by the sides that make the right triangle. Okay? The part that had the two lines that intersect to make this right angle is the length and the width, okay, of the triangle. So you're going to use those two measurements. It's upside down, but one of them is 2. You see the 2? Mm-hmm. That's the height. It's telling me the height is 2 inches. And the base is 1.5. Do you see the 1.5? I can't really pull this picture up, you guys. That's why you have it printed, because I forgot to save this. And Digits is really funny about pulling things up. But these two lines, even though it's upside down, I can try to group it. I can try to turn it like it is in that picture. So it's something like this in the picture, right? But those are still the sides, even no matter how they turn it, those are still the sides that make the right angle. You see that right angle? Mm-hmm. Sometimes they're going to point it out to you, sometimes they're not. Hayel, is it an emergency? Please go to it. No. 2.5 is actually the hypotenuse. Do you make, is the 2.5 a number that makes the right angle? Sorry, 3 times. Okay, answer my question. Is the 2.5 part of the right angle? Huh? That's why in a right triangle, the base and the height are the parts that make the right angle. Now, you don't have to believe me. Okay? That's what it is. Okay? And that's where a lot of people get in trouble, because they're using the wrong numbers for the right angle, for the triangle. Okay? The area of a triangle equals 1/2 base times height. That's a different formula. So for this, it's going to be area equals 1/2 times 2 times 1.5. and 1 times 1.5 is 1.5, okay? Now, because this is a rectangular prism, there has to be only 3 rectangles. Because there's only 3 sides, a rectangle has to come off of each side. 1, 2, 3. Every side of these triangles are different, so every rectangle has a different measure, okay? If I look at the top one, it's 2. It's 2. Put it on airplane mode, so then you don't have to worry about it vibrating or whatever it's doing. Times 16. The bottom one is 2.5 by 16. And the back one, which is a little bit more narrow, is 1.5 by 16. You have to multiply each one of these and then add them up. And the surface area is the sum of each side. Okay? Every one of them are going to be different because each triangle is every side of the triangle. Okay? Number 3. Notice I'm not finishing, I'm just starting. You got to finish. Number 3. This is a triangular prism, but there is not a right angle. They tell me the height of the triangle. They draw a line. When it's not a right angle, they actually have to tell me the height for me to know. There's a way to calculate it, but we're not doing that right now. They have to tell me the height of this triangle. Well, this triangle happens to be 35 centimeters high and 24 centimeters base. And because it's a prism, which means it's a 3-dimensional shape, there's one in the front and there is one on the other side. Okay. This time, however, yes. 2 of my rectangles are going to be the same because it says it's an isosceles triangle, which means 2 of the sides are the same. Okay. So 2 of them is going to be 37 by 47. And the bottom one is going to be smaller, 24 by 47. You have to find the area of each one of those. Volume for a rectangular prism is right. So number 5, length times width times height. Number 4, length times width times height. Number 4, volume of rectangular prism is just the length